Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Virgo for the mid-October time period. You decide whatever that is to you. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. Please remember there will be some parts that don't resonate. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. Take what you need, take what you don't need, and leave the rest. In the past position, we have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords. In the obstacle position, we have the Tower, clarified by the Star. In the present position, we have the Devil, clarified by the Seven of Swords. And in the future outcome position, we have the World, clarified by the Five of Wands. Definitely, it's a bit of a difficult time period that you'll be going through, Virgo. We do have quite a few swords here. We've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Seven of Swords, we've got the Queen of Swords. So make sure that during the time of mid-October period, make sure that you are focusing on positive thoughts. Make sure that you are healing. Make sure that you are compassionate towards yourself as you would be compassionate to other people as well. The Nine of Swords in the past position is actually a really good card to have. It's really good to have this particular card in the past position because it suggests that the period of anxiety, the period of not being able to sleep, the period of overanalyzing things and playing different scenarios in your head differently. So it's good that you have the Nine of Swords in the past position. Definitely this could relate to perhaps difficulties in a friendship or difficulties in a relationship. Perhaps you were kind of pressured by someone or surrounded by someone who did not make you feel all that wonderful and all that great. The swords, as you know, represent words. So it could be that someone has said hurtful words about you, which of course is always a difficult, experience to kind of go through. It is definitely, when you see this card, you realize that the person is fragile, that there's definitely a little bit of vulnerability that a person could be feeling. And the Queen of Swords is actually a good clarifier to have because she's direct and she's independent and she's intelligent. She's a master of her emotions. She communicates with her sword. And definitely this card appears when you need to be honest. When you need to be honest with how you feel about someone, when you need to be honest with how something has affected you and how, it continues perhaps to affect you. But definitely the combination of the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Swords could suggest that maybe to the world you were presenting one kind of face that people are used to, but inside you were kind of going through something really trauma oriented. As you see, the background here is black, suggesting that definitely there were some really deep, dark thoughts. And one thing about that is, people, when you are climbing a mountain with a group of people, they see you physically going through a hardship and they sort of recognize it, right? And when you get to a top or a summit, people understand. People understand what you've kind of gone through. But there's also a mountain on the inside of you that people do not see you struggling with, that people do not see you climbing and overcoming and kind of, coming on top of it. So make sure that, because the only person that can see that is you, so make sure that you practice compassionate self-talk. Make sure that you are kind to yourself, especially in the time periods when you experience anxiety and stress, as it's very, very important to realize that it will pass. The Tower is in the obstacle position, clarified by the Star. So The Tower, when it is in the obstacle position, is actually has a bit of a different meaning. And the meaning is that, you may be kind of building something or working on something on not a solid foundation. So make sure that you reevaluate what you're doing, what you're putting your time in, what is important to you, and remember that you cannot avoid as much as proactive as you can possibly be, as prepared as you can possibly be. Sometimes you just can't avoid tower moments. Sometimes they just happen, and when that time comes, you rely on your skills, you rely on past experiences, you rely on people who can provide support, and as you emerge, you become stronger and you climb even higher, and you have even, more ambitious goals, and things, that you feel you need to achieve. So definitely make sure that you stay level-headed. Don't build castles in the sky. Make sure that you are kind of oriented towards security and stability. The star, as a clarifier, suggests that you may be placing too much hope into something without really, most likely it may not sort of come true, like you have wishful thinking, if you will. I hope that makes sense. In the present position, we've got the Devil, clarified by the Seven of Swords. Definitely the Devil is about bad habits or bad negative patterns that keep you kind of chained to something that is not good for you, not healthy for you, either physically or spiritually or emotionally, perhaps. But combined with the Seven of Swords, it's actually suggests to me that maybe you are kind of breaking free from something. Maybe you are moving away from the energy of negativity, from something that keeps you kind of bringing you back to the same results which you're trying to avoid. Definitely the Devil is quite a negative energy. I mean, it's all about temptation, it's all about greed, it's all about feeling, chained or feeling trapped, or kind of not, moving forward, not getting the progress that you're looking forward. And the Seven of Swords is a card of thievery and kind of sneaking around. This person, is definitely kind of not trusting very much of other people. This person's definitely kind of cynical, and again, maybe sort of involved in some sort of like a destructive thinking, perhaps. But definitely the combination of the Devil and the Seven of Swords suggests that you're breaking free from something knowingly or unknowingly. Definitely you're moving away towards sort of a place where you think, you're much better off. And of course, in the World card, we see success and completion. It's a very, very positive card. It's a major arcana card. But definitely it's about, success and accomplishment and completion of a cycle, and also learning a lot from your past mistakes as well. The Five of Wands is an interesting card because we see all these different people sort of arguing with each other. So definitely you may be spending some time around people who are not agreeing with one another, people perhaps of different backgrounds who don't necessarily see eye to eye. It could also be that your emotions are a little bit different, and your emotions are, not agreeing and not cooperating, to kind of agree to move in towards that one direction, if you will. Let's see if we can clarify some of this with the three energy oracle cards that I pulled. and they are third chakra Archangel Chamuel, door to spirit, and adjacent possibilities. So definitely you are getting a message that will be coming through in the middle of October. It's a good message. Something is looking up for you. Something is going to, it's good news. Something really good is coming your way. It may not be, life altering, but it's definitely going to bring your spirits up. It's definitely going to make you smile, and it's, going to make you feel good. Try not to focus on the tower and the devil. Definitely sometimes people have a bit of a panicky experience when they see the tower and the devil. They are not the best of cards to have in a reading, but the obstacle is the tower is in the obstacle position, so definitely it has a bit of a lighter effect, if you will. And the devil is more related to kind of unhealthy habits. So overall, the mid-October time period is really going to go generally well and in your direction. There will be a few disappointments along the way, but there's also going to be some opportunities. Make sure that you are aware of things. Make sure you pay attention to different people. Make sure you kind of pay attention, like, if your neighbor says hello, say hello back, those types of things, because you never know when you see kind of opportunities and possibilities. And of course, third chakra Archangel Chamuel is all about unconsidered options. Again, if you feel like you may be kind of lacking in direction to move forward, or in a little bit of not enough originality or creativity, make sure that you look around. Make sure that you kind of, open your curiosity to things and see what comes to your mind. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and vacillation about which course to take, the adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options, and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider the many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions and bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. In terms of your goals, this card could indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you haven't thought of, a connection you haven't tapped, or even entirely different direction that would be more suited to you. Be conscious, be aware, and be flexible and willing to take new and different action now. The third chakra Archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third chakra, the center of your life force energy. The issues here revolve around emotions of what you want and your personal energy. When this card appears, it indicates that you will start feeling more enthusiastic in the present, it will grow as the month progresses. This is a great time to move toward the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so definitely go for it. Let's see what 3 answers from angels we've got, and they are peaceful resolution, success with an exclamation point, and the situation will improve. Definitely very, very reassuring, very supportive. You have a success with an exclamation point, so definitely you're moving in the right direction. Mid-October looks like it's going to have, a little bit of an upheaval, but then everything is going to calm down and continue as you're accustomed to. And overall, the time, will tell how to make things better, and definitely overall the situation will improve, especially as you're nearing the end of 2020. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Virgo. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time.